Welcome to the Springer Show, the voice of conservative truth. I'm your host, Brian Springer, and today I'm tearing into the border crisis 2.0 like a chainsaw through butter. Trump's mass deportation machine is firing on all cylinders, and the left is melting down like a bunch of snowflakes in a blast furnace. We've got gangbangers, rogue judges, and a propaganda war straight out of history cesspool. This is going to be raw, real, and packed with the unfiltered truth. Are you ready? Let's rip it up, Patriots. Welcome to another episode of The Springer Show, the voice of conservative truth. I am Brian Springer, as mentioned, and today we're going to be talking about the border crisis 2.0. It's been kind of a big thing since President Trump took office again, and it's had its ups and downs as far as how loud the left is yelling from time to time. I guess it really just kind of depends on what else is on their mind to yell about at the time. And when they have nothing else, they go back to the border crisis and deportations. But the border is a damn war zone, folks. It is a literal war zone right now. Trump is back in the driver's seat, and he's unleashing the biggest deportation operation this country has ever seen. Millions of illegals are in his sights. And yes, I said illegals. If you cross into this country and do not go through a port of entry or do not have the proper documentation, do it the correct way, that is illegal. That makes you a damn criminal. ICE is kicking down doors. Planes are rolling out, and the left is howling inhumane like it's their last stand. Tell that to the families who have been shredded by illegals that they let fester here. We're talking 11 million per Pew's 2024 count, maybe up to 14 million now. And Trump is shipping them out. The liberals are pulling every propaganda trick from history's tyrants to stop him. If you don't see through this steaming pile of lies, they've already got you. Stay with me now. This one here is going to burn. Let's roll back the clock to the original mind twisters. Edward Bernays, the slimy ad man who turned brainwashing into a paycheck, wrote in his 1928 book Propaganda, "The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the masses is an important element in democratic society." He's the one that sold women's cigarettes as torches of freedom. The sick, twisted genius. Why do I say he's a sick, twisted genius? Because it worked. Now the left is running that same game. Every sob story about poor migrants is Bernays' guilt trip playbook to keep the floodgates open. Then you got Joseph Goebbels, Hitler's lie-spinning psycho. He said, if you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will believe it. He turned a nation into drones. Today, it's deportation's genocide, blasted across X, CNN, every woke corner. Goebbels will be proud. The same big lie, just with better Wi-Fi. And don't sleep on Vladimir Lenin now, the commie butcher, as they call him. He said, give me just one generation of youth, and I'll transform the world. He brainwashed Russia's kids to lock it down. Here, a 2024 National Association of Scholars report says 70% of U.S. public schools push critical race theory, which is up from 45% in 2020. They are grooming your kids to hate borders while Trump's the devil in their story. It's Lenin's ghost with a side of hypocrisy, and it is disgusting. Now, fast forward to 2025. Trump's deportation train is roaring down the tracks, and the numbers don't lie. The DHS leaks peg 500,000 ICE arrests by quarter one, way up from 149,700 all of 2024 under Biden's presidency, per CBP stats. Border encounters have crashed from 2.5 million in 2024 to 843 daily on January 22nd, per NBC. Trump is locking it up tight. 26 GOP governors, from Texas to Florida and some other heavy hitters, have been sending National Guard down to the border to back him up, as they should. This is not just a national border. The states who are bordering these countries need to help with this. And not just these states, every state. This is everybody's border, the north and southern border. But then this happens. March 15th, X explodes. Some woke federal judge, a leftist lapdog, halts a deportation flight with 50 gang members. 50. I'm talking Trinidad Aragua, the Venezuelan scum tied to 435,719 convicted illegals ICE nabbed by mid-2024 per their own count. The judge said it was unconstitutional under the Alien Enemies Act and demands, get this, demands that these gang members are flown back to the United States. I want you to hear this and think about this one more time. 50 Trinidad Aragua Venezuelan gang members have been rounded up, put on a plane, and flown to Venezuela, during which a leftist judge said, nope, you can't do that. That's unconstitutional. They have rights. Turn that plane around and bring them back. These were killers, rapists, drug lords, and this clown wants them back on your block? Is that what you want in your neighborhood? Do you want your son or your daughter to go outside and play and be around this scum? I don't think you do. I know I don't. ICE is hauling in 14,000 in Trump's first 3 weeks. 667 a day per Reuters. I can never say that name right. That is double last year's pace. Gallup's March 2025 poll says that 51% of Americans want illegals gone. Guess what? 51%, that's a majority. That is also up from 48% in 2024. The people are screaming for this. But sanctuary city mayors like Chicago, LA, etc., they're probably lighting cigars for this judge. Border czar Tom Homan is saying, quote, "We're not stopping," end quote. And he means it. He absolutely means it. And they shouldn't stop. They shouldn't even slow down. But meanwhile, hashtag abolish ICE is trending across social media platforms. The liberal tears are drowning out the truth. It's sickening. It really is. They want illegals to stay in this country. And not just illegals, but these violent rapists, pedophiles, murderers. I can't understand why. Is there somebody out there who can explain that to me? Why would you want these people to stay? As far as these quote unquote non-violent illegals who are criminals because they are here illegally, I hear a bunch of leftists hollering, well, who's going to pick your crops? Who's going to work the agricultural field? Um, it may just be me, but that rhetoric sounds very familiar. I can't place it, but sometime in the 1800s, I think, we heard something similar from the left. Anyway, the left is losing it, folks. They're losing their ever-loving minds. Trump is winning, and they are flailing like a dying fish. He's got 41,100 in detention right now per ICE, and 60% of Republicans are all in on this. Liberals? No, they're not. They're out there rioting in the streets, filing lawsuits faster than you can blink. Sanctuary states like California are vowing to block ICE. Good luck with that. 26 red states are ready to steamroll your ass. CNN's March 14th headline screeches, quote, deportation chaos threatens economy, end quote. That is total garbage. You're saying deporting illegal immigrants and deporting violent illegal immigrants is going to threaten our economy? No, sir, no, ma'am. Absolutely no way. I want you to show me. I want you to bring me some numbers. I want you to bring me some facts. Bring me some kind of proof that this is going to hurt our economy. They say, but Brian, with nobody to pick the agriculture, nobody to work the fields, the economy is going to go down because food prices will go up. Nobody can afford groceries, blah, 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 blah. Let me just tell you, actually, less than 5%, and I believe the number may be lower than that, but less than 5% of the agriculture community is worked by illegal immigrants or illegal aliens. Removing them may shortfall some farms, but I promise you there are plenty of farms, there are plenty of agriculture areas that will not be hindered by this and possibly even thrive because of it. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce says that Trump's plan saves 1.2 million jobs by 2027. But 68% of MSNBC viewers buy the doom that's being sold. Kamala Harris is on X on March 10th whining, quote, this is cruelty, not justice, end quote. 2 million retweets of pure weakness right there. Cruelty, not justice. It's cruel to put them on a plane and ship them back where they came from. I don't see how that's cruel. I really don't. Meanwhile, Musk's X, 600 million daily users by March, up 20% since he torched the censors, is letting the truth rip free. Trump's Texas rally on March 12th was 20,000 strong. X live stream was at 8 million views. Kind of shows who's got the real juice here, doesn't it? The left is screaming into a void. Protests, hashtags, sob stories. And you know what? It's all falling flat. Trump is crushing it, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. This is absolutely, I can't even think of the right word I want to use here. It's mind-boggling to me why the left is so up in arms. But I'll tell you what I personally think. It's not the fact that we're sending illegal aliens back where they came from. It's not even the fact that we're removing violent, dangerous criminals from our streets. It's the fact that President Trump is doing, anything. Any damn thing he does, they're in his face fighting him on it. Just like his first presidency, when you had old bag Nancy Pelosi flapping her gums, tearing up speeches, and just fighting him every step of the way. What this man did to piss them off so bad, I don't know. Why they can't just stand behind their president and say, listen, maybe we don't agree with all your policies, but you are the president of the United States, and these particular policies are helpful for our country and are good for our country. Maybe we should get behind them. Maybe we should support them and help. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to kick, cry, scream, shout, throw temper tantrums like little children. Little freaking children. It is sad. Anyway, this is your fight, Patriots. Your fight. This isn't just Trump. This isn't just Elon Musk. This is your fight, your nation, your country. Trump's deporting, and the left is choking on their own lies, but they will keep spewing them unless you stop them. You've got to get out there and hit social media with facts, the numbers, the information, and really put it out there. If you don't, the left is going to absolutely drown us out with their propaganda and their lies. So we've got to get out there and put it up there so these youngsters, this Generation Z, these folks who go to social media for all their news and information, put it out there for them to see. Flood the fields with it. Blast the Judge story, the gang stats, Trump's wins. Don't let the liberals rewrite the game. Dig up past headlines. Raw truth is your weapon. Trump is bleeding for you. He is in Washington with knives in his back, bleeding for you. It's time we step up and bleed for him. Secure the damn border now. I think I need to step back and calm down a little bit. But that's it for this show, ladies and gentlemen. Short and sweet. The border crisis 2.0 is raging. Trump is swinging the hammer. A judge is coddling killers. And the left is a screaming wreck. It's embarrassing, but it's today's world. You have to stand up, Patriots. Stand up and be heard. Get the information out there. Put the facts out there. Show everybody what the truth is. With that, I ask you all to please take a moment to like, share, comment, and subscribe on whatever platform you get your podcasts. Help us continue to grow so that we can continue to spread the conservative truth to those who will listen. I truly, truly appreciate you listeners. For those of you who have stuck with me so far, thank you so very much. For those of you who are brand new, welcome to the Conservative Truth, and I hope you stick around. With that, I want you all to stay safe, have a wonderful day, and God bless.